Starting lineups look like this for the Logan Palco Trojans. A 6'4" sophomore, number 1, Caden Graham. For Northern Valley, they'll start a 6' freshman, number 5, Gavin Tallheim. A 6'4" sophomore, number 4, the hot hand, the man, the legend, Rhett Katz. A 6'1" junior for the Northern Valley Huskies, number 11, the floor general, Kenton Tallheim. A 6'2" sophomore, number 20, Caleb Sparks for the Trojans. A 6' junior, number 24, the athlete, Jeremiah Hansen. A 6'2" sophomore, number 23, Ryan Prevost for the Trojans. A 6'3" senior, number 32, Foster Brands. And the big man in the middle for the Trojans, a 6'5" sophomore, number 25, Ethan Gashler. And for Northern Valley, the 6'3" junior, number 33, Drew Skimper. Head coach Kevin Sides over there for the Northern Valley Huskies, assisted by Glenn Brands. Coach Michael J. Delmont for the Logan Palco Trojans.
We are going to do the anthem.
Reagan Katz, his assistant. Miles from Long Island to Logan.
I think this is the 13th time these teams have played in the last 3 seasons, which is crazy.
It's a lot. Skimper and Katz in the middle. Skimper wins the tip. He'll get it back to to Kenton Tallheim and set it. Against a 2-3 zone, they'll go quickly across and back forth to Gavin. Skip into the corner, now up high with Skimper. Northern Valley's trying to move that basketball back and forth. The freshman Gavin Tallheim tried to throw it into the Logan bench and was successful with it.
Yeah, something worth noting is the Huskies did get the 1 seed in the sub-state, so they did not play a game last week. They're on a 2-week break right now, so that means they could be fresh. Are we going to be talking more about the rest or the rust being the player in the early part of this one for the Huskies?
They go into a press situation and Logan breaks it with some simple passes. They're going to go into the corner for Graham. Now up high for Prevost. Inside to Gashler, who had a great first half in that matchup in Colby. Inside they'll find Sparks. Hesitates, step through, blocked by Skimper.
You talked about Gashler right there. He plays a physical brand of basketball. If it gets called as the same way that we saw the girls get called yesterday, Gashler could be a big player in this game.
Brands inside, back to Tallheim. Swinging around now to Gavin. Into the corner, Gavin threw it away again. Kevin Sides.
Some jitters from the freshman.
Kevin Sides reaches out his right hand and just says, whoa, calm down, buddy. We're good.
We talk about how the Huskies have been in this situation before, which is true, except for him. He has not been in this situation. This is his first year playing sub-state.
They'll skip the ball to Prevost on the side. He'll attack Brands. Brands stops and they'll go back into the corner for Graham. Couple dribbles into the paint, hesitates, puts it up, blocked by Kenton, and here comes Gavin. And a first foul of the game will go against Caden Graham, his first, team first.
And I like the take there from Graham going to the hoop. They're going to need more than just Rhett Katz in this game, so I don't mind the take at all. It just didn't get the lucky bounce to go.
Swing to Kenton. Three-pointer on the way. Bang!
Opens up the scoring for either side. Gets him fired up as well.
Kenton, we call him the floor general, and I think he's going to be very important here tonight. Sparks will go right at Brands. Flip it up with the right hand. No good. Offensive board. Gashler stuck it back for 2.
You love the crowd presence in this gym. You can hear it through the microphone, can't you?
Oh, I love it. I've got the gooses bumped on the arms right here. Brands bully ball through everybody, and he'll score.
We talked about it in the preseason. This could be a game where he can do exactly that.
Northern Valley in a 2-2-1 pressure. Now they'll just fall back into their man-to-man. Prevost asking for a handoff coming. They'll go high post to Gashler. Turn and faces. Now he'll go back into Sparks. They'll find Prevost. Prevost's 3 on the way. Rattles no good. And what I haven't said is a touch for Rhett Katz. They got to get him involved. Hansen with it. Back to Gavin. Kenton quickly to the short corner to Brands. Now back to Kenton. Three-pointer on the way. Wow! That was in his eye, too. Kenton Tolheim came to play.
Defender all over him, doesn't matter there.
2-2-1 and press here for Northern Valley. They'll skip past here. Sparks and Gashler got numbers. Northern Valley skips back and gets in front of it. Katz with his first touch. Hansen's not allowed it so far tonight. He's right in his wheel face. Katz to the rim, no good on that little runner. And here comes Northern Valley. Without numbers, Hansen will slow it up. Skip pass for Tallheim. Into the corner, good pass. Little brother, can you make it? No. Gashler got it. Brand should have had a whistle but didn't get one. I love the flow to this basketball game. It's called basketball, Aim.
Yeah, they're going to let these two teams decide who's coming away the victor in this
And
game.
a steal by Tolheim out. Get it on the picture because he's going to lay it in. Come on, man.
You know it was going through his mind right there.
Come on, I wanted to see a little fireworks.
He's a great high jumper in his own right. Thought we might see some fireworks attempted at least.
Numbers again on that press break for the Trojans. They got to figure out a way to score off of it. Sparks with it. Goes around two screens. Now back to Graham. They skipped off. Now Tallheim has Rhett Katz, and they're denying it everything. And ball will go out and over to the Trojans. First subs into the game, Cameron Morgan. Thank you for being able to play. I know it hurts on that ankle, but you're out into the game. And Kai Cox into the game here for Northern Valley. The 6-foot senior is Skimper to sit.
Yeah, and Coach Delmont even talked about it to us a little bit before the game with Morgan being back. Just his presence raised the morale of the Logan Palco team to a whole nother level. They want everyone out here able to play this game. It means so much to all of them. So him fighting through that pain and playing, huge for the Trojans.
Brands puts it in again. And if they don't start putting the ball in the hoop, this ball game could get away from them in a hurry. 12-2, Northern Valley's ahead.
They need Rhett Katz to kind of take over here right now and make something happen.
The shock and awe in Northern Valley is happening, and a travel by Gashler underneath trying to go against Brands, and yet another turnover. Brian Bencomo coming in off the bench here for Coach Sides Hansen to sit. He'll play 7 and sometimes 8, but his 8, Gabe Rudd, is not on the bench. So I don't think he'll make the game here tonight.
Yeah, not sure where Gabe is tonight. I don't know if it's a sickness or a personal thing.
Tallheim going to make go. No, I thought that one was good. Gavin went up high and got a rebound. Second opportunity here for Northern Valley on this trip. Skip to Bencomo. Brian will go right back to Kenton. Hesitates. Going to go inside all the way to the rim. And a foul off ball.
Offensive foul against
go
Kai
against
Cox.
Kai Cox. I didn't see it. Did you see it? Don't matter. It is.
No, I mean, I could do all the assuming I want. I'm going to guess he probably worked through somebody to try to go get that rebound. But a little too much contact for Stripes there. They didn't want it to go on.
Quickly, Morgan had it, and he went up high to Gashler, but that's a tough pass for him to catch. And off the bench comes Sparks once again. Sparks will check in, and Ethan will have to sit, calm the nerves a little bit, and get back into this one. 12-2, Northern Valley leads with 2:48 left to go here in this first quarter. Gavin in front of us. Back to Brands. Skip to Kenton. Missed his last one. Step back three on the way. Short, no good.
Man, if he would have hit that shot, I don't know who would have been able to stop him tonight if he was going to be hitting those step-back threes like that.
He was going to be telling me, Rhett Katz who? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bencomo all over Prevost.
But speaking of Rhett Katz, they need to get
They went
the
up
ball.
and tried to snag it. Now Prevost's got him push. Sparks in the corner. Nice pass to Graham. And it's blocked by Tallheim from the behind. Fight for it. Brands and Graham will tie it up, and the Northern Valley faithful stand and cheer.
Boys are fired up right now, getting after that.
Well, they're going to have to put their mouthpiece in there tonight and possibly put on a few shoulder pads. Only one team foul for each team so far here in this one. Prevost up high. He's got an open three-pointer on the way. It's long, no good. One and done. Here comes Northern Valley.
He didn't get away with the travel here. He's going to say that it got tipped out of his hand, but the ref is going to call it a travel nonetheless. Gives the ball back to the Trojans. A little bit of a gift here. Let's see if they can finally utilize it underneath the basket on an inbounds play.
The last inbounds play, they found Rhett Katz open for a three, but he didn't make it. Prevost Back to Morgan. They got Cats here again in the corner if they can get him the ball. He's got to be ready to go. Bencomo's got the matchup. Morgan for three, and he says, I'll step up and do it. I ain't going nowhere.
And that's the difference that we were talking about. Everyone from the Logan Palco side, we talk about Rhett Cats a lot, but they know Mr. Cameron Morgan, he can put the ball in the hoop from outside as well.
Gavin with it, double-tiered, and now they'll go back to Kenton. He'll go to the rim. Step back, baseline, jumper, no good. Sparks with a strong rebound. They pester it till Rhett gets rid of it, and now they'll swing it around to Graham. Now up high. Cameron hit one. Give me one. Give me two. Give me three.
And looky, just like that. Back to only a 4-point ball game. Huskies had the double-digit lead. Now find themselves in a little bit of a scoring drought.
Into the corner for Kai Cox. He'll dribble in, kick back out. Kenton inside to Brands, who they have not stopped him in there yet. Double dribble was called. .55 seconds to go here in the first quarter. They'll skip to Cats. This is the matchup they want on this break. Turnaround jumper in the middle, just off the front iron, no good.
Good contention there from Kenton Tallheim on that fast break attack.
High post to Bencomo, back for Tallheim, three on the way. Long, no good. Offensive rebound was fought for, and it ended up in Sparks' hands. With 30 seconds left to go, Cat steps up and says, give me a set here. Gavin now on Rhett. Got to watch out. He almost had a 5-second call on him. Prevo with it.
Yeah, they're right up in his grill in this one, which is exactly how you need to play a player like him. If you give him any room at all to work, that ball's going up.
With 7 and now 6, Northern Valley with a steal. Here comes Bencomo. Does he realize it? Does he realize it? Gets it back to Kenton. Follow-away jumper in the corner. No good. At one point, it was a 12-2 game.
Yeah, and they needed to kind of have that surge on offense there before the game got away from them. But they kind of a turning of the tides there to end that first quarter is exactly what they needed. We've got ourselves a ball game.
Inside, no good for Gavin. Here comes Rhett. He's got Prevo in front of him, but Prevo missed with shoulder.
Got to just keep running.
He had an easy one, and you got to connect on easies. And the good thing about here at Coach Sides, what do we have? At least 3 minutes of rest for Hansen, at least 4 minutes of rest for Drew Skimper. Those boys are fresh and ready to go. Yeah,
it's something that I think Sides has done really well, kind of to end that regular season, was doing a lot more rotation, getting minutes for a couple of the 6th, 7th men. Big shot there, long two from Skimper, but getting rotation in there, making sure that everyone can fill these roles late in the year, because he knew what it takes to have a good postseason run, and you need that depth.
That shot by Skimper on his first touch.
After a 3-minute break?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
That was nice. That says his confidence is back and he wants to show it.
No doubt about it.
In the corner, Morgan for three. No good on this one, just short. And looks like Case Ashmore into the game, the 5'10 freshman here for the Trojans. He's going to mount the point of this 1-3-1 defense. Hansen stopped in the corner, will go to high post to Gavin. Flips it up. Skipper couldn't handle it. And third turnover of the night for Gavin.
Yeah, his passes have just been a little high, a little too much sauce maybe on those passes, just kind of trying to settle in still.
You got to keep rolling with him, though. They go up to Morgan. And now stolen by Hansen. 2-on-1. Rhett Cass, Tallheim, and Hansen. Score, bucket, Kenton. Give him 10 on the evening already. Rhett will break it with a dribble this time. Behind the back he goes, and now over to Sparks. Ashmore. Back to Gashler. And now a high ball screen frees up Sparks. He'll try to get it into the corner. It goes off of Sparks' knee. It'll go back to Northern Valley.
It's good to see all the Northern Valley and Logan fans traveling 2.5 hours out here to Teskett for the rivalry matchup.
Tallheim open. That's deadly, and he just misses it long. But Skimper's there to clean it up, put it in.
Gotta love attacking the offensive boards like that. You wanted him to slam that thing?
I did.
Put it home?
He has been elevating quite nicely. Morgan around the back, and here it comes. Gashler back. And now Rhett Katz in the corner. Northern Valley will double him. Skimper steps in a passing lane, and Northern Valley's running. No numbers for Tallheim, but he'll hesitate, go up, and score it. Give him 12.
Pedal to the metal, Kenton Tallheim there. Wasn't going to let anything stop him on that attempt.
Katz will go across the middle, and Brands barely got it.
Foster's back there playing free safety, reading the eyes of Rhett Katz on that pass.
Prevost and Graham to come back in. Sparks and Ashmore to sit.
20-8, and this game has been just a game of both teams scoring in waves. First it was the Huskies, then it was the Trojans, and now it's the Huskies once again.
But the thing is, you got to play physical. You got to call it on somebody. That's right.
They call it on Jeremiah.
Yep, you can't run through a screen.
And Prevost was set there, and the call was going to go one way or the other. But the way this game is called right now, I'm fine for Jeremiah to give that a try, honestly.
Well, yeah, it's just the third foul of the evening into this one.
Yeah, and his first.
So there's no hesitation. With the right-hand dribble, he'll go all the way in. Scoop with the left hand, and a foul will go against Skimper, putting Rhett Katz to the line. If you're a Logan Palco fan, great place for Rhett to get hot is from the line, and let's get it started right here. First one is money. Second one from the left-hander is no good. Kai pulls a rebound. Jeremiah between the legs. Skip back for Kenton. Short corner for Kai.
Burns his dribble. Got to go somewhere with it, and he finally gets it out to Tallheim.
Now into the corner for Skimper. Kai with a nice move on the inside. It will go glass, no good. But Gavin's got an offensive board, no good.
And
Kai's got an offensive board, no good. And he was fouled. He'll go to the line. Good work from the senior.
Good work from the senior there. Might have got away with a little bit of an extra skip down there trying to work amongst the trees. But good things happen if you can attack the offensive glass. We say it almost every single game. You're either going to get points or you're going to get the other team to foul.
Well,
and in this case, a little bit of both.
You said he might have got away with a skip or so. That's what happens when you wear the headband. You draw attention to the beautiful locks
upper half,
of hair.
Not the lower half. But there it did not work. They do catch his toes going over that line early. Spoke a little too soon. Come on, Kai. You proved us wrong.
Oh. You got to love the hair.
You do. And you got to love the effort from the senior.
Doubled here was Rhett. Now they'll get it back to Morgan, and he got travel call against him. So the press gives another possession back to Northern Valley. Foster Brands to check in, Kai to check back out. Brian Bencomo to check in. And Kenton will sit. (21-9) Northern Valley leads in second quarter action with 4:30 to go. This ball is thrown up and
spacing right there. Just a miscommunication between Tallheim and Bencomo. Got tangled up there, not looking at the ball. It goes out of bounds. Gift for the Palco. Logan.
Now, they need to capitalize on it. Let's get a good offensive set here and a good shot.
Absolutely.
Rhett.
Starting to feel this.
And he'll pull from deep.
More. And as I say that, he is getting settled in, gets hyped up there, and fires up his team as well. You dubbed him the new flamethrower of the league.
That is, he has taken over that title. Gavin says, I'll try one from deep, and it's no good. Bring Como with an offensive board back to Hansen. He'll retreat, now go back to nobody in. Hansen will fire his three. Short, no good. Skipper clears the offensive board and puts it in.
The Huskies are doing such a good job on the offensive glass here in the second quarter, and it's really been what has kept them above the Logan Palco Trojans in this game, as they're starting to kind of figure out offense. But you give the Huskies multiple opportunities every trip down the floor, they're going to cash in on points.
Sparks at the table ready to come back in. Morgan to sit, and they'll play it in with Prevost right in front of the Northern Valley bench. Rhett, who just drained an outside three from way deep, says, give me a high ball screen. Turns away from it. They'll force him into his right hand, now back to Prevost. Graham now to Sparks. Couple of ball screens and back to Prevost it goes. Now they'll get it to Rhett. Doubled. Step back three for Rhett, no good. And a battle for that rebound. Bencomo will be whistled for it in the backcourt.
Yeah, they kind of let the first bit of contact go here on this side of the court, but there it was just too much to not give him that call. But I love the effort trying to go after that ball.
Brian knows he is all about the effort. He knows he's not going to have a whole lot of minutes. Coach Delmont says, give me a 30.
Consistent, high level of customer service. Their rural location gives them access to a workforce with a very strong work ethic and a true understanding of what the word quality means. Supporting today's broadcast is New Age Industrial.
2:56 left to go in this first half action. They finally get a touch for Gashner underneath. It goes over Skipper, and Skipper's got his second block of the night. Gavin open in front of everybody. He'll get it up and put it in. Kenton found him.
Might be what Gavin needs to kind of get going, is that bucket right there. Settle into this game. You can see he's getting a little bit more comfortable, but still not 100%. Sparks was toeing the line. That was a really tough pass. Couldn't connect with Gashler.
And Delmont is going to go small. Bring in Morgan. Set Gashler. As small as they go, which they aren't small. They're tall.
Small. They're long.
They are a long, lean team, and they are a bunch of sophomores. Inside, great catch for Skimper. Puts it up and puts it in.
Absolutely. You said it right there. The future is very bright in Logan Palco, regardless of how this goes out.
You talked about a big game from Drew. He's got 8 in this one, and none easier than that last one after the catch. If they find him in the trailer here, they're going to find another 3.
And that's, I would love to see how many rebounds he has.
Here it comes, and there it goes. Should have been a 4-pointer as he poked him in the belly. They didn't call it, but Drew is on fire right here.
He wanted to forget that other game against Logan Palco, didn't he? He's like, you're going to be talking about this one, not that league tournament game.
Morgan needs one right here for the Trojans. No good. Brands is controlling that rebounding, and they're letting them play man ball underneath and letting a lot of contact happen.
Yeah, it might be call your own fouls. Maybe no one got the memo on that one.
Skipper step back 3 again, just short, no good. Here comes Sparks with no numbers. He'll hesitate and dribble with the left hand, goes in, and Hansen will be whistled for his second foul of the evening. 30-12. The intensity in this gym feels like a 3-point game.
Yeah, and we said it last time. There was a pretty sizable lead for the Huskies at the Trojans. Now, they need to kind of get something going offensively, but they have the shooters that they can do it. Morgan, I thought he was going to cash in on that one right there. They're going to keep the ball and try again. But they've got so many good shooters from outside that they're not out of it even at this deficit.
Well, I'd like to see the next level stats here tonight. I'm not going to have them, but Northern Valley's shooting percentage, pretty dang good.
Pretty dang good. They kind of, that second half of that first quarter, they maybe were forcing stuff a little bit with some off-balance shots, but since then have let it kind of come to them a lot more, and a lot of their opportunities have been on second chance opportunities and fast breaks.
That would have been a bucket too, but Gavin thought it was for him. Reached out, did the best he could to get a hand on it, stole it from Skimper. As we're under a minute to play here in the first half. Prevost into the middle for Gashler. Go back to Graham. Left open for 3. And it's going to be long, no good. Cleaned up and stuck back in. Second bucket of the night for him.
Gashler did such a good job down low cleaning that up. And that's what he's going to need to do because they're going to need to firing those shots away from outside the arc a little bit more.
Skimper had him sealed. Tallheim found him. Quickly, they'll move it here. Brands. And a travel will be called on Brands. "17 seconds to go. Prevost into the middle. Graham finds Gashler. Going to go to the inside, kick it back out. Rhett with 6. Deep 3 for Rhett. Catch. Boys start shooting at half court. Long one by Hanson at the buzzer. 30-17. Northern Valley takes the halftime lead. We'll be back. Coach Delmont, Coach Katz, and Coach Harding had to go back to the drawing board here over the halftime to see if they can figure out a way to get their Logan Palco Trojans back into this one. And a first possession steal by Hanson. Euro and no good. Yeah, quickly come back the other way with Sparks.
Hanson kind of got trapped a little bit under the rim there.
Only an athlete his caliber could have got that on the rim. I'd have been flat on my face.
Well, I would have been called for a travel.
Rhett to the rim. He'll go right at Skimper. No whistle at all. Here comes Gavin. Cross the court. He'll go to Hanson. Inside to Foster Brands and a charging call on Brands. Dashner in position and ready for it. Ready for that drop step that Foster does so often. He was there and in position.
Yeah, really nice job there. Knowing that his tendencies, as we say, these teams play a lot. You kind of get to figure out what each other likes to do and how you like to do it. And you could use that to your advantage a little bit.
And a steal by Gavin. He'll dribble down with the right hand. Cross between his legs he goes. Backdoor, he gets it to brother, but Gashler stole it. Rhett will reset for the Trojans.
No score so far in this one.
Deep 3 by Prevost is no good.
In this half, that is.
Gavin. Corner. Hanson. Ran out of room. Ball loose on the ground. And it'll be tied up. Northern Valley keeps the possession arrow.
Cameron Morgan comes back into the game for the Trojans as Graham is kind of holding that arm down by his side a little gingerly. I don't know if he landed on it or hit his elbow going after one of those loose balls. Hopefully
I think that last
serious.
part was the one that you were talking that maybe needed attention.
The not so funny bone.
Yeah. Skimper back to Hanson. High post to Drew. Now back to Kenton. His NBA 3 on the way. That was ripping the nylon.
They really did a nice job creating that look for Kenton. That's, you know, if you're Logan Palco, that's what you need to do on the other side for your shooters. Travel here from Prevost before they even think about crossing the timeline. Giving the ball back to the Huskies underneath.
33-17. Hanson to play it in. Lob up high for Kenton. Open again for 3 and knocks that one in again for 3. It can't be what their plan was coming out of half.
No, and they're in that 2-3 zone, which worked really well, but Kenton was not shooting like this the last time these two teams played and they sat back in that 2-3 zone. At what point do you have to extend it even a little bit further so that way you can get out in his face?
And Northern Valley doing a great job, and another turnover here by Morgan. Doing a great job of not letting Katz get a shot off there. He went over 2 ball screens, and they shouted at him with 2 players on both sides.
22-27. Small animal care, large animal care. It's all available at all Creatures Vet Clinics, supporting the Northern Valley Huskies athletically and academically.
Coming out of that break, looks like they switched the defense up. Great find for Skimper underneath, had a block, but a whistle will go against Ethan Gashler, sending Drew to the line. Drew with a freshly cut hairs on top of his head. And looks like some lavender socks there. Am my eyes mistaken me?
Maybe. I thought they were gray.
They look a little gray. Maybe it's the K-State in me that's seeing a lot of lavender these days. You tell me. Maybe some lavender. And that one falls in. Ben Como checks in. Skimper checks out.
Doing a Drew chant now.
It's kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah. It's new. We haven't had that one.
Prevost trying to break a man-to-man press now. Back to Rhett Katz it goes. Kenton fights over that screen. Fights through another one. Tough position for Rhett. He has to get back to Sparks. Now they'll get it back right to him. Morgan hesitates, tries to go to the rim, creates a little space, fall-away jumper, no good. Gashler with an offensive rebound.
2 shots coming. I'm not sure who they're going to give it to here. They do give it to Gavin. I thought it was Gavin too. He got the rebound.
Gavin got the foul. Side says. Sides wanted to know what was it. Gashler to the line. Puts it in.
While he was kind of falling, if he just got him a little bit with his arm. But there was another Husky in the vicinity. I don't remember who it was. I thought if the foul was going to go to someone, it would have been them.
Here it comes. 2 for 2 for the line.
Good job from
And
Gashler cashing in on those.
All roads to any comeback says you got to be perfect from the free throw line from here on out if you're a Trojan fan.
They're going to have to start also limiting possessions for the Huskies where they get points.
Hansen, 3 on the way, been quiet all night. This one's going to go off to the right, no good. And a foul will go against Brands.
Yep, and I do agree with that one. As Gashler did a really nice job coming down with the rebound, got mugged there by three Huskies. Love the pressure, but if you're going to knock the guy off of his feet, you're going to have to give the call to somebody.
So Northern Valley has done this all night long. Each possession down the court, Rhett Katz, you got a different defender in your shorts.
It's impressive. A lot of teams don't have one person that can probably roll with Rhett Katz, and being able to do it with multiples.
Tallheim threaded the needle, but Hansen couldn't make it.
The whole gym was holding their breath. If that one would have went in, it would have blown up in here.
To the rim, no good for Katz. Wanted a whistle, didn't get it. Hansen, control, dribble, deep 3 for Tallheim. Bang!
The floor general's on a mission, isn't he?
He is. He says, troops, follow me. 40-19. And that last one from Tallheim was deep. Gavin's got him now. Step back 3 for Rhett. Off the mark, no good. It'll go off of Brands, and it should stay here, and it does.
Had to have someone run out there from the Thunder Ridge squad and fix the net.
And Tallheim ripped it that much. It held up on the rim. Actually, Jason Cox thought he was going to get in the game to go get it. But the Longhorn player beat him to it.
Maybe the first ticky-tack call of the entire night for either team.
Tallheim picks it up. Nanette didn't like that one bit.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an outlier call the way this game has been.
His aunt a little fired up about that one. Hesitation to the rim. Morgan goes up and hammered by Tallheim. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
So Tallheim picks up 2 in a hurry. The last one was just his first, so just second foul for him. 5th team foul now. They do hold this 21-point lead, but starting to kind of add up in those fouls is going to get trips to the line. That's what you need if you want this comeback. if you're the Trojans.
Drew to check back in. Looks like Foster will sit. And that one is no good. Kenton swipes that rebound out of the sky. Drew. And now they'll skip to Kenton again. Are they going to let him shoot all night? And he misses that one, and Drew cleans it up, and he'll go to the line to shoot two, as now the whistles have started to blow.
And you're fine with shooting that shot if it's been falling the way that it has for Tallheim. And even more so if you've got Drew hitting the offensive glass the way he has been in this game. He's crashing the boards. It really lets you shoot loose and free, doesn't it, when you know, yeah, there's a pretty good chance that my guy's going to clean that up down there.
Kenton's been the Batman, but there's no doubt about it. Drew Skimper's the Robin.
The other Batman.
You might be better suited than what I said. Rhett with it. Doubled by Northern Valley in the backcourt as they went back to that zone, and now they got numbers if they can push. Rhett settles back. Bencomo's all over him. Inside, they'll get it to Sparks. The
Easiest
first
look he's had all night.
First easy bucket there for the Trojans. 42-21. Northern Valley up over Logan Palco. Hanson dribbles to the baseline, back to Bencomo. Thought about a three. Hanson won't think about it. Put it up, no good. Ball on the ground, still rolling around. Tallheim back. Hanson pull-up jumper, no. Morgan with a rebound. Rhett with 1, 2, 3, pulls it. No good. Bencomo. And with under 2 minutes to go here in the quarter, Northern Valley needs to work a little bit of offense. They've been out of sync slightly in these last few possessions. Into the corner for Gavin. His three is good.
Good way to get back in sync right there.
Kenton found him with a pretty pass and nobody around, and he made it rain. As Prevost brings it across. Northern Valley still in that man-to-man, been there all game long. Rhett into the middle where he's doubled. Beautiful over-the-head pass to Sparks and got it.
Probably should have got a call too and got the N1 opportunity. Not tonight, though.
That's what Big Brother wanted. Over there on the bench. Tallheim, rattle, rattle, bing, bang. It's good again.
Just every single time you think that they're going to start getting back into this game, scratching and clawing, a big shot from the Huskies continues to put that lid back on.
Yeah, 2 threes from the Tallheim boys in the last two possessions to stretch this back out.
That's tough.
22 Jay Swizzle into the game.
Told some of the crowd members he's going to let it rip out here when he got into the game, so I'm looking forward to it.
Inside they go to Gassner. They'll back out to Sparks. Jason guarding him. And he got a travel. He got a steal on his first possession, right?
Yep, nice job by Jason in there, not letting kind of the hype and the jitters of the game, a big game coming in, let him jump in that situation, because that's exactly what Sparks wanted, is to get him up in the air there. Didn't do it, though.
Kai also checks back into the game here for Northern Valley. So they'll go with Skimper, Gavin Tallheim, Kai Cox, Jason Cox, Brian Bencomo. With 18 here to go in this third quarter. Katz dribbled it inside, flips it up over his head, and
nice
it
move.
doesn't
Can't
go.
believe that didn't fall.
Back out to Katz, he catches with 6 and now 5. Cameron Morgan, step back 3 on the way, short, no good. Strong rebound, and that is the quarter. 48-23, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
First National Bank and Trust is here for you.
Fourth quarter action. As Northern Valley's up 48-23.
I said this in the last game we talked that these two teams met. We were kind of joking that Rhett Katz needs to just let out his inner Carmelo Anthony and start putting some shots up. He's got the ability to put him in the bucket, and you just got to get, more shots up. And so the joke's kind of not a joke anymore. They need somebody to start getting the ball up into the hoop, and he might just need to start firing away. Tallheim gets mugged there. I don't know why they were questioning the call so much, as they got a lot of arm and no ball.
Tallheim will go to no. That's just the 6th foul.
No, that's not even on them. That's the 3rd team foul for the Trojans.
Excuse me. Case Ashmore on, as well as Ryan Prevost going to come back.
Foul win against Graham. It was his 2nd of the game.
Starters out there for Northern Valley. Hanson hits the gas pedal. Puts it in coast mode, give and go. Morgan got his hand on it because Skimper's pass wasn't there fast enough, and that's exactly what Side says.
Yeah, probably got to put some zip on that thing.
Get it to him, and he's got an easy bucket. Tallheim open, collects, into the corner. Corner pocket 3 for Hanson's no good. Then off the mark tonight, and a steal by Gavin. Came up from behind and got him.
Yeah, it didn't put enough arc on that last shot, but team does another nice job of giving themselves another opportunity this trip down the floor.
Kenton, good defense there by Morgan. Will now get it to Drew at the top of the key. Been out of sync. How did that pass get through? And a reverse layup for Kenton.
I really don't know how that got through. It looked like that was going to be, at best, a kick ball violation, and hopes. That's what the Huskies looked like they were hoping for, but turning into a bucket.
Great slide defense on that one by Brands.
The travel called as Brands tries to get that ball. Bodies on the floor. Everyone putting it out there on the line in this one.
.26 to go. Prevost out high. Northern Valley's been in the man-to-man from point A all the way through. Rhett.
Travel is finally called there as he tried to step through the defenders. Katz has to come out. He's holding his knee.
It landed right on that left knee. Trying to make something happen. You don't blame him there.
No, and that's really not what you need in this moment if you're Logan Palco. You don't need your top scorer to go out after hitting his knee on the floor.
Hanson, I thought would get into the column there as he wraps up, but he got smacked in the back of the head. He's down here on this end of it, and a foul will go against Tallheim.
And they can't stop the play as they didn't have the possession.
I thought he wrapped up his head because he wanted protection, but he must have got jacked in the back.
Or he hit it on the way down, but that's initially what I thought too. Tallheim gets called for another foul. It's going to be his 3rd.
29-24 Beloit after 3.
Since Case Ashmore to the line. Ashmore cashes in on the first attempt, the front end of a 1-on-1.
No, he cased it.
Yeah, cased it. There you go, Cashmore.
Case Cashmore.
Gets them both. Good from the line.
Coach Delmont wants another 30. 50-25. Northern Valley's doubled up the Trojans here in Tesket in the semifinals of the sub-state bracket.
Trojans go into a full-court man look now as they needed to do something with maybe a little bit more risk and reward as they need to start getting the ball out of the hands of the Huskies. There, though, it burns them on a nice backdoor cut from the freshman Gavin Tallheim.
Victimized the freshman on the Logan Palco side. Gashler thought about it. He'll let it rip from 3.
It looked like he asked permission from the bench before he fired that one away. It's like, it's okay. Must have been a yes. Might be the last yes, though, as that was pretty strong.
At least he asked.
Yeah. Love to see him put that ball on the floor with a couple power dribbles, though, and he'll be right there with those long legs. Stands at 6'5". Won't take him long to get to the rim, and I wouldn't want to stand in his way if he's rumbling down from the wing to get for a layup.
Full court pressure put on by the Trojans. In a man-to-man spot, Hansen.
Graham's got his hands full now. If Hansen hits that accelerator, it's tough to stay in front of him, but he does a nice job there.
Pick and roll, and the ball is going to be knocked out by Sparks. Stay here with Northern Valley. Hansen will play it in. Far corner, Gavin. And Ashmore.
Nice defense on him.
Might have got him on the last time. Ashmore got him on this time.
And he sends Ashmore to the line after that, too, as he picks up another foul.
It's Cashmore.
He's got to make it to keep the Cashmore, man.
He's got 2 for 2 from the free throw line here tonight.
All right, we can call him. I love that nickname, so. And he's a freshman, so we get to call him Cashmore for quite some time.
As long as he can shoot it, he'll keep it.
Yep, that's true. Cashmore strikes again.
He does. And I'm going to tell you something, man.
What's that?
I played against his dad. He ain't done growing. He going to be tall.
You think so?
Yeah. Make them both. 4 for 4 from the line for Cashmore.
Didn't even let the announcers jinx as we were talking about him from the line. Get him off his game. I love to see it.
Give and go to Tallheim. Has to save it back to Brian Bencomo. Scoop it up and does not go in for Brian.
Prevost with it now.
Dribbles deep, now back to Ashmore. Morgan's 3 is no good. Drew rebounds. Kenton says, slow it down, boys. Let's get a nice set. Calls for a high ball screen. Now they got inside. It'll go off of Brands' leg and out of bounds.
I thought we were going to see Brands get as easy a bucket of the night there, and then next thing I know, the ball's out of bounds. Ben have just take his eyes off of it, then thinking about the next thing before he fully collected that ball.
Prevost, back to Sparks it goes. Brands daring him to shoot it. He does. Comes up short. Kenton hadn't let one fly lately. Been trying to create for his teammates. Run a little set here. Give, go. Turnover. That's how it's gone the last 3 possessions, and it stayed there again.
It's there every single time, but they just can't gather it in when the pass comes in.
Deep 3 for Morgan is no. Drew skies for a rebound. And this is the type of game right here where Northern Valley's used to just going fast, and now their coach Sides is wanting them to get a few sets. Bencomo in. Tallheim eyeing another one. This one's no good. Hansen with a good battle for a board, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
Way to stick with it from Jeremiah Hansen.
Jeremiah just a little long and to the left on that one. This is not the ball game I anticipated coming in, Aim.
I do not think it's a ball game anyone anticipated, as the Huskies kind of went full throttle early on in this one. I thought we were going to get more of a game similar to what we saw at that league tournament, where both teams being so familiar with each other kind of slows them down a little bit, and it's more of a defensive chess match than it is an offensive outpouring. But the Huskies have done a pretty decent job so far putting buckets in.
Jeremiah makes the second one, brings in Kai Cox off the bench. Graham with Sparks now going to try and go baseline. A good defensive play by Kai will be a charge. Ashmore to check in along with Jason Cox.
Yeah, Sparks.
Good work for the senior Foster Brands, who takes a seat with under 3 minutes to go.
Sparks got the charge call, and also the worst end of that one is he had to go to the bench looking rather uncomfortable.
And Carson Knipp, a 5'6" freshman, wears number 30. He's also into the game for the Trojans. Kenton will bring it across, and probably his last possession of the night.
It's something we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier on in this game, but something that you can hold your head high on if you're the Logan Palco Trojans is, man, this team is so young. And to be this good and in this position with a bunch of sophomores and freshmen across the board, you're set up really, really well for the near and the far future.
And Kenton slaps his hands together and goes to the bench and says, "Good work, boys. You were due tonight, man."
Yep. And I say that all the great stuff about the Trojans, but here in the present, man, the Huskies are set up really well, aren't they? When they're firing on all cylinders, they're a tough team to stop. Jump ball called here, kind of maybe a fast jump ball. It stays here with the Huskies nonetheless, but kind of just an interesting
Did you
whistle.
see the old school hook shot? Grandpa Barney must have showed him that one. By Kai, flipped it over his head. Jay Swizzle!
Fires it up from the corner.
Rains in a three for Jason Cox.
He's not afraid to shoot, is he?
Nope, we said we were warned.
That he was going to let her rip.
That's right, we were warned.
And he did just that.
Gavin, crossover again. Nobody's guarding him, and he puts it in. The quick five for Jason.
He's on a little bit of a tear.
Morgan inside, fouled by Skimper. And tick, tick, tick. That last bucket from Cox
put him over
puts
30.
it over 30. Drew Skimper goes to sit down, and as the crowd stands and collapse for him, also Bencomo to sit. The freshman Owen Hammond into the game, and the sophomore Caden Lowry. Alonzo Ortiz now into the game as a 5'9" senior for the Trojans. Morgan shot up, no good.
Jump ball.
Long Island, Kansas wish the Northern Valley Huskies good luck this year.
To play it in here is DeWitt underneath. Back to Alonzo Ortiz. At the top of the corner, Jason blocked the shot of Keller. Now with it is Gavin. As the benches have cleared. Into the corner, Jason will go baseline. And
Must have got his toe on the line, gives it back.
And Knipp will come in, Gashler to sit.
I wanted to see the heat check there from Jason.
I thought he was going to let it fly. I mean, he did warn us.
DeWitt with it.
DeWitt has it knocked out of there by Jason Cox.
But it's going to be probably the last possession of the game here. So we're now under 5 seconds.
Owen with an attempted steal, and that'll be the ball game as Northern Valley's defense wins this one.
Absolutely.
58-27 over the Logan Palco.